Recording. 2 channels started.
Yeah, so they let me go at even before 3, I think. No work.
Head to your pickup at Redstone Boulevard Northeast and Red Embers Way Northeast.
So I came
Turn
home
right on Skyview Ranch Manor Northeast.
and
Then
did
turn
my
right on Skyview Ranch Boulevard Northeast.
exercises because today's
Turn
what,
right on Skyview Ranch Boulevard Northeast.
Tuesday, right? So yeah, I try to do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday with kettlebells. Did the kettlebells, took a shower. I'm not hungry because it's too early.
300 meters, turn right.
And I decided to try a little experiment. So I turned off Uber X on Uber and and I signed up for Shop and Deliver.
New message from Kamaljan. PLZ pick in front of 15 Red Ember.
And basically food deliveries, and asked me for a picture of my bag. Can you do a pizza delivery? If yes, type yes or no. Yes, okay, take a picture of your bag. Oh, do you have an insulated bag, right? And so I did that because, you know, honestly, I've been getting a bit frustrated with taxi work because it's cheaper than food deliveries, but you can potentially make more money because you're always going, right? You don't have to stop, go inside the store, and then you know, deliver. And then of course you deliver usually in the residential area, so there's no restaurants. You have to drive back, so you waste time. But what I like about food deliveries is that
Turn right, then pick up Kamaljan on the right.
you don't do as many kilometers or miles, you know. Okay, what did he say? Hold on, he sent me a 15 red ember. 15 red ember. 15. Holy moly, this is like a huge place. 15 red ember. Red ember. I don't know. 137. 203. And so yeah, so one cool thing about food deliveries is that
Message from Kamaljan. 15 Red Ember Common. Turn left on Red Embers Lake Northeast. Then turn left on Redstone Drive Northeast.
yeah, you do less kilometers, and 90% of the time you get tips. Okay, red ember common. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So the guy just gave me 2 first words in the name, but just like everywhere, it's so it's the other way. The numbers are decreasing, or rather increasing.
Turn right, then pick up Kamaljan on the left.
See, and this thing is totally wrong. She tell me to turn over there.
Turn left on Redstone Boulevard Northeast, then turn left. New message from Kamaljan. Sorry, 13 Red Ember Common NE.
Hi there, Kamaljit?
Yes.
Yeah, hi.
Thank you.
So you don't know your own address?
Yeah, I am confused with 13 or 15.
No, the the thing sent me in there, in the back alley.
Oh,
Yeah, it says turn here.
yeah.
Okay, so I turn in there, and I cannot find you.
I'm just looking this way or this way.
Yeah, it was giving me a wrong direction.
No.
Okay,
Always
wait.
one more
Please
time
use your
I go
seatbelt
from here.
for your safety.
Same thing I go over there to meet Uber driver.
Just ahead, turn left on.
Yeah, I see like it sent me over here.
It's here, yeah. It's a but it's the back side of this road.
Oh, okay. But you actually on that street.
In the front, yeah. That's why I'm writing the full address and see behind. Sorry.
And we're just going nearby, right?
Yeah, near it. It's
1.5 kilometers.
Yeah,
So it's like a little road trip.
yeah. I can walk, but I prefer to be.
Well, it's +4, but
Yeah.
still not very,
Yeah.
not very warm. Yeah, I was trying to do some food delivery, but nobody's ordering anything, so I switched on Uber X,
Okay.
and right away, because I live over here. See these 4 buildings?
Okay.
Yeah, I
You're
live.
very
I was
near
sitting at home and I just was waiting, and then
you
they
got
give.
it.
Yeah, you give me your ride. So
Okay. Good.
it's condo apartments
Condo.
here. They used to be rentals, and then the company,
Yeah.
the construction company that owns this, they slowly started converting them to condos.
Yeah.
So basically, they're kicking people out.
Yeah.
They're increasing the rent. You know.
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah, people leave, and so then they sell them.
Sell as a condo.
Yeah.
Nice. Look like apartment.
Yeah, we have like 4 buildings at the same address.
Yeah.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
3,000.
Yeah, and it's pretty nice. I bought it 2 years ago because the building is 2017. So it's only 7-8 years old. It's very good condition.
Now the price is going lower because the market.
Yeah, like mine was 180. It's 1 bedroom. It was 180,000 when I bought it in October 22,
Nice price.
and then it went up to 265
Yeah.
last summer, and now it went down to 250.
250.
So now my dream was to get to 300,000, but now I don't know. Like, especially with these tariffs.
Yeah.
Right.
Due to tariff, everything.
Sorry?
Due to the tariff, everything affected.
Yeah, because these guys, right? They probably buy stuff from US.
Yeah.
Like construction might slow down.
Yeah. Slow down. And it affects the economy of Canada.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you heard it, but in Ontario,
Yeah.
Premier Ford ordered all US booze,
Yeah.
all US liquor out from the shelves. So no more American booze. He says we're gonna put it in storage, and when they cancel the tariffs, we're gonna put it back.
Put it back.
But for now, if you're in Ontario, you cannot buy any liquor made in US. I think here they don't care. I think here you can still
These
buy.
all due to the COVID.
Yeah.
Problems come from COVID. That time is
So it's-
hard time for us.
You need that side or this side?
This side.
Drop off
Left side.
Kamaljan on the left.
You go to all the way over, and from stop sign you have to be around.
1850.
Yeah. Second
Oops.
one. Yeah.
Oh, I can go left here, right?
That one is second.
Oh, it's this one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Did you man?
Bye. Kamaljit. Yeah, with the Indian names, I started to get the feel. Oh, look at this guy. I started to get the feel because often, okay, so I made $4.02. That's Uber X for you. So the distance, so I drove what, like probably 300 meters to pick her up from my home, and then I drove 1.5 kilometers and I made $4. Now if this was a food delivery, it probably would have been the same similar rate, but like I mentioned, 9 out of 10 that would be a tip, you know. So this could have been, let's say if they give me like $1 tip, it would have been $5. They give me $3 tip, it would have been 7, you know. And so my Jeep now has so it's a 2023. I have 39,826 kilometers, which I'm not exactly happy about. But and that's why, you know, I only do Uber like nights and weekends, right? Because I don't want to put too many kilometers on it. So the reality is, when I was looking into this, nobody would tell me the real truth here on this channel. You hear this in Calgary, Alberta. If you just do Uber X only, it's $1 per kilometer gross. So you're lucky if you do 100 kilometers a day, you're lucky to make $100. But then of course you have to deduct all your expenses, gas, tires. Like for example, today I filled up, I spent I think $60 because I was pretty much empty. And that's why, actually, I remember I was watching one girl from Toronto when I was looking into this. She was a student, and she had a bunch of interesting videos where she's showing how she makes money with food delivery, and she was giving some very nice tips, you know, where to park, because she was doing mostly downtown, and Toronto is notorious for it's very hard to find parking. Okay, and so she was doing a bunch of videos, young girl driving around, and she said she didn't want to do taxi like Uber X because her vehicle was kind of old and it was not very reliable. So she was just doing food, and then eventually I watched a bunch of her videos. Eventually she signed up for Uber X because she got a new car. And she did that, and then to my surprise, I checked back on her channel, like fast forward like a year or 2 years, because this was in the past, and I see she's doing food deliveries again. Like, what the heck? And now I understand why, you know, because I tried both, right? I tried food delivery and taxi, and don't even start me on Lyft, which is, if Uber is $1 per kilometer, then Lyft is probably like 75 cents per kilometer, you know. So I'm just going to this my favorite Indian Chalo Fresco. It's a big department store. What am I buying here actually? No, I don't want to go here. Actually, what I want to go is, I have some nice bread at home, like whole wheat bread, and I just feel I want some old cheese, because a few years ago I discovered that even though I'm allergic to dairy products, but old cheese by default does not have lactose, you know. So all I do now is just I look for some, you know, hard cheese, and I look on the back on the nutrition information, and the goal is to see that carb content is 0. Lactose is sugar, it's a carb, so no carbs means I'm free from lactose, and I find no issues when I eat cheese like that. I don't get any typical headaches that I get when I eat cheese that shows, let's say, 1 gram. You know, like I look on the sticker, it says 1 gram. You would think, like, what's 1 gram? And I get headaches, you know. I get issues. So anyway, we're gonna put. I'm gonna click this little mug button here, break. Want to go on break, and this is a very good area for, like, we have Papa John's, Firehouse Subs, Mucho Burrito. So when I come back, I'm gonna start DoorDash. Actually, my Uber Eats is activated here. Like now, I'm taking, if I check, I'm registered for Uber Comfort, Uber Package, Uber Deliveries, which is food, Uber Pet, and Uber X. And so yeah, so I tried to do it without Uber X, thinking that maybe I'll get, because Comfort pays more and Uber Pet pays more. So I thought maybe I'll get lucky, but I was sitting there for half an hour, basically just waiting for delivery or Comfort or Uber Pet or Package without Uber X, and nothing happened. I switched on DoorDash, nothing. And so finally I checked the button where it's, Uber X, and 5 minutes later I got this lady, like a short trip, but $4, man, so that's free beer.
Recording. 2 channels started.
So yeah, I just found my cheese. It's a Cracker Barrel, medium. So 12 slices. Now it was like $7.30. Now it went down to $6 because it's on sale, and it's like hard cheese, And on the back here, so one slice is 80 calories, 0 grams of carbs, which means that it has 0 lactose. And very few people know about this. But when I was a kid, nobody could tell me why I was getting all these headaches and, like real bad attacks, and my hands would go numb. It was real scary. But then as I grew older, symptoms became less and less severe, basically just a headache. Then even headaches disappeared, but I still know when I'm having an attack. Or 1 minute away. Uber X. Okay.
Head to your pickup at Shoppers Drug.
Recording. 2 channels started.
Hi, Jemima?
Hi, yeah, Jemima.
Jemima?
Yeah.
Can you close it
Head to your
harder?
drop off at 69 Cornerstone Heath North.
I was just shopping there myself.
Oh.
I parked the car, I went into Shoppers Drug Mart.
Oh.
And it says pickup. I put on pause, and then I said, okay, I'm ready to go. But for some reason, no
Turn
food
right on
deliveries today.
Cornerstone Street Northeast.
Because there's so many restaurants, I thought maybe I'll get an order, but no. So we're just going 1 kilometer, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to walk?
No. I don't feel like walking.
Just ahead, continue straight through
Yeah,
the
it's still,
roundabout
what is
onto
it?
Cornerstone Street Northeast.
+4, right? So not exactly warm.
Yeah.
Continue straight through the roundabout onto Cornerstone Street Northeast. In 300 meters, turn left on Cornerstone Heath Northeast. Cornerstone Heat Northeast, then drop off Jemima.
Can I go straight?
Yeah, you can go straight.
Drop off Jemima.
Uber says your name correctly. Yeah, sorry I messed it up.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay, 60. Here's okay. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's see. How much did I make? So 1 kilometer. I'm waiting for the app to update. $3.19. Yes. Holy mackerel. So the previous one was $4.02. This one is $3.19 because that one was 1.5 kilometers. This one is 1 kilometer. So we are sitting at $7.21. And I'm open to everything. Again, let me double check. Uber Comfort, yes, checked. Uber Package, yes, checked. Uber Deliveries, which is food, yes, checked. Uber Pet, checked. Uber X, checked. And Shop and Deliver orders, check. Actually, those can be fun as well, you know, especially when it's cold. I remember. Okay, this is a bit of a weird area because there's no direct connection to the main road to get out of here. So I think I'll just go home. Go home. Oh, it's 5:23. I want to listen to that Trump speech because yeah, today is the first day of life after tariffs. So Trump imposed tariffs on Canada. Canada hit U.S. back with tariffs. So it's all fun. And so as you see, the first thing I noticed is that the price of cheese went down by $1.50, which is kind of like interesting. Where is it made? Natural cheese, Cracker Barrel. Well, I think Cracker Barrel is US, right? Everything is so tiny here, I cannot see. Keep refrigerated, okay. We'll try to do that. But yeah, now they were saying that 72% of Canadians don't like US anymore. You know? 72%. Wow, what a beautiful lady. And okay, I think we can go this way. And people are buying Canadian. Now, actually, Canadians never were as patriotic as Americans. You know, you rarely see like a Canadian flag flying somewhere at a house. But now, thanks to this economic warfare launched by Mr. Trump, Canadians are more united than ever, believe it or not. And we buying Canadian, we boycott US products, and Ontario Premier Ford just removed all US booze from the shelves, and they said, yeah, when tariffs are canceled, we're gonna put them back. For now, it's in storage. But I'm just curious, how does it work? And he said that, yeah, because LCBO, Liquor Control Board of Ontario, it's the only wholesaler, like they have a monopoly. And so if they don't don't stock US booze, that means that nobody in Ontario, like restaurants and bars, can have it, which is interesting, right? Because here in Alberta, all the beer and liquor stores are private, and that's why actually prices here I found are higher on booze than in Ontario. But in Ontario, it's all LCBO is a government corporation, and it's wholesale monopoly distributor of booze in Ontario, which is huge province. It's like the biggest in Canada, right? And so they say that, yeah, so now they removed the booze from the shelves. That's it. That means that, let's say if you own a restaurant in Toronto or whatever in North Bay, like normally where you shop at LCBO. They have a special card. I saw them buy, like people come in and they buy like a few boxes of wine. Of course they have their own pricing, not their retail pricing, but their own wholesale pricing. But I see that guys that own bars and restaurants, they shop at the same LCBO where I would go to, let's say, buy some wine, And so now if there's no US booze, that means that sooner or later all these restaurants, they're gonna sell out the existing American booze if they don't remove it, voluntarily from their bar. And that's it. So customers in Ontario will not be buying any American booze because it's not available anymore. That's just one thing how all this interconnected. And then Ford, the same premier of Ontario, he says the automotive industry will be dead in 10 days. Because most people here know that, and I remember I was delivering parts for Chrysler and Ford, and they say that, and it's true, they say that these cars, they go back and forth, like a chassis, then they add something. So basically there's no border. It's one plant, but it's one is in Detroit, the other one is in Windsor, for example, and it's basically one huge plant, and they use a bond to move stuff back and forth. So the customs clearance is much simpler than, let's say, if you are really exporting something, right? And so these parts and these cars, they go back and forth across the Ambassador Bridge 5-6 times, like no joke. And so now it's all interconnected. It's kind of like Windsor is part of the Detroit plant, and Detroit plant is part of the Windsor plant on the Canadian side. And so now when they apply tariffs, 25%, so each time that part or that car crosses the border from Canada into US, it's going to become more expensive. And so that's why they're saying that the price of a typical car in the States will go up by about $10,000 to $12,000, and everything will go up in price. And so I think sooner or later what's going to happen is that Trump already threatened to retaliate against Canada retaliation, right? So he slapped 25%. Our Trudeau says we'll slap 25% back. Trump says we're going to slap another 25% on your 25%. And so I'm guessing what they're going to do is, of course, US is a much bigger economy, but they're going to go up to like 100%, where pretty much there'll be no exports from Canada to US and no exports from US to Canada. Now what's going to happen is that people will be paying, like if you're paying $9 for a dozen of eggs now, you'll be paying $30, okay? And so I think what this is going to lead to is uprising, to a revolution, when a mob will descend once again on the Senate and try to seize power, because this will be so disruptive. It'll be chaos, because we are not stepping back. We're not just turning our backside and saying, hey, US, yeah, you can, have us. No way, Jose. So China is responding, Canada is responding, Mexico is responding, and the people who will be paying for this are Americans. So you can thank Mr. Trump for that. So I guess he's not quite sure how tariffs work, but I did a video about this and many people got upset, but it's true, except you see this time I'm not using any bad foul language. But this is day one of the trade war. So let's see who's the ultimate loser.